Today, me and Swati started our day by heading to a local shop to pick some yarn. We honestly were so excited because there were so many colors and textures to choose from. After looking around for a bit, we finally choose two, one for me and one for Swati, that would perfectly fit for what we have thought in our minds. Once I got back home, I started working on the cap, and this was my favorite part of the whole process. Firstly, I made a slip knot to start. Then I slowly built the base of the cap and making sure each stitch was neat and even. In the beginning, it felt a little slow, but as I got into the rhythm, it became really relaxing. I kept checking the size as I went just to make sure it would fit perfectly. I also adjusted the tension of the yarn so the cap wouldn't be too tight or too loose. That part actually took a bit of patience, but it was totally worth it. As the cap started to take shape, it was so satisfying to see it grow from a small line into something wearable. I continued adding rows carefully, maintaining the pattern and making sure everything looked consistent. Finally, I finished off the edges neatly to get it a clean and polished look. And honestly, seeing the final cap after all that effort, it just felt so rewarding. Wearing the cap, which is made with our own hands, makes us feel so satisfying to wear it.
Hi everyone, so in this part of vlog I'm making a cute bow using the woolen thread. I start choosing a soft yarn color and shaping the base of the bow. I carefully wrapped the yarn to create two even loops on both sides, making sure the size look balanced. Then I secured the yarn so that yarn bow would had the shape properly. This step need a little bit of patience because even a small change can affect how the bowl looks. I adjust the loops until everything looked like a bow. Finally, I wrapped a small piece of yarn around the center to give it the finished bow look, and that's it. Finally, I wrapped a small piece of yarn around the center to give it the finished bow look, and that's it. Soft and really pretty. I love how it turned out. It's perfect to use now. Now moving on to the scrunching. For this I started with a basic hair band to wrap the woolen thread around it. Slowly I built it up layers to give it the soft fluffy look. I made sure to cover the entire band so there were no gaps. As I covered wrapping, I kept adjusting the yarn to band consistent thickness all around. This part was usually really calming and satisfying to do. Once it looked fluffy, as I continued wrapping, I kept adjusting the yarn to band thickness all around. Is this part was actually really calming and satisfying to do. Once it looked full engaged, and I showed that end netting so it wouldn't come loose, and it's just like that. After completing one round of yarn, I started another one layer of on it. This hairband we can use to tie our hairs, and we can put to hand. It's look like something. It's made by me and I can use it whenever I want. So it's give like little bit of satisfaction when we made our own things for ourselves. It's look pretty. The scrunchie was ready. I turned out super soft and crazy, perfect of everyday use, and also look really cute. If you want, I can combine both and smooth transport sculpture so it feels like one combinations story instead of use scripted